Picking it out, man. The Whiskey Falls thing, y'all had a hit. Y'all had a
Man, we
hit, man.
did. We did. And I mean, that was all, it's hard to believe, man, that that's been 15 years ago. So impossible to believe that that's how long ago that's been. And Andrew, I thought that was my ticket right there.
Yeah,
I thought that after everything I had been through, the ups and downs, um, listen, man, it has never not been a challenge to balance my family life with my work life because my work life involves so much travel and being gone and not being home to help my wife, to be with my kids and be at those events at school and just be a part of their daily life, man. So I felt like Whiskey Falls was going to solve all those problems. You know, I love how country musicians tour. They go out and they play on the weekends and they're right back home in Nashville Sunday morning, you know,
yeah,
and they do that week in and week out. Uh, I was quickly fatiguing on, being an Alice Cooper, as awesome as it was. The hardest thing for me was having to be gone for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks,
yeah.
and have a new wife at home and my fourth child, another baby. That was hard, man. It was hard on my family. It was hard on me. So when Buck Johnson called me, he had met the other two guys in Whiskey Falls, and he said, Damon, this is your future right here, man. Like, these guys need you because you're going to bring an authentic gunslinger, Geraldine, Alabama guitar player thing to these great songs that they already have, because that harmony sound was already there. So when I added my voice as a fourth singer, come on, man, we did sound like the Eagles. We did sound like, Fleetwood Mac. Um, it was special. And we had a little bit of infrastructure. We had some investment capital, had some people helping us, get it off the ground.
Yeah.
And that first single off that album made some noise, and we almost either we almost did or barely cracked the top 20, which was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And people were talking about the band, and and unfortunately, the big real estate collapse at the end of '07, going into 2008, we just got sucked up in that.
Mm.
We were on an independent label, Midas Records, here in Nashville. And the guy that owned the label, Andrew, all of his money was in real estate.
Mm.
So when that real estate crash happened, his business manager called him, like one phone call. It's like, hey man, you got to start circling the wagons
Damn.
and trimming some of these expenses. And I think literally the first thing to go was his record label. And we thought, we felt pretty confident, man, that we would just transition to another label. No problem. And it was a problem because at that time, all the labels were circling the wagons and having to be very frugal with their spending and who they were signing and who they were going to get behind. So it was a real disappointment for me that thing didn't happen. Because we put a ton of work into it. Look, man, no situation is perfect, but there were way more pluses than there were minuses about that band. And again, I just envisioned that would be the way for my family and me to really be in a place that made the most sense for us. So I always appreciate when folks asked about Whiskey Falls. Thank you.